my family.
All right, Brad, we've been interviewing employees from HMS about the 2020 shutdown, and what was it like for many of us as believers to be at home, not being able to go to work, maybe being concerned about if we were going to keep our jobs, COVID-19, the pandemic, people getting sick, people dying. And I've always thought that we as a people of faith, God has called us to really see the world through His eyes and not our own. And so how is it that Brad, who I know that loves the Lord, a family that loves the Lord, how did you go about that shutdown? How did it affect your faith, or how did you navigate that?
Well, I can remember clearly, at first they said they kept saying 2 weeks, 2 weeks. And it did seem like anything could change in 2 weeks. So at first there's just a lot of uncertainty, a lot of just not knowing what the truth is, what's going on, what in the world, this is just a strange time. But I can remember clearly, as a husband, as a father, I provide for my family. And so you start thinking about your paycheck and about your job, and you want to earn it, you want to work and provide for your family. But I can clearly remember thinking through that ultimately I'm not in control of the situation anyways. And He is sovereign, He is in control. He provides for our every need. And that's the thing I dwelled on and focused on, and still do. Every time we sat down to eat lunch, dinner, breakfast, whatever, we were provided food. We had food through the whole pandemic and still do, and so thankful for it. And I think that's something that I focus on often with Him. And as a Bible verse, I just go back to the beginning. It says, in the beginning, God. First 4 words of the Bible. In the beginning, God. And that means it's His story. He created. He's still in control. He's still providing. Whether I have a job or whether I don't. Whether I need to look for another job. Whether we had to, as an industry, non-essential workers, we couldn't come back and race. He was going to be providing somehow, some way.
I know that you are a church attender, and many of the churches shut down. Mm-hmm. So what did you do? Did you do home church? Did you bring your family in front of a screen like many of us? We did.
Our church had a Facebook Live, and still do to this day for those who don't attend in person. But yeah, we would gather around the service.
Yeah. And so with that, is there something that you learned while you were out? God, in the beginning, God, but is there something specifically He taught you, or you felt like He taught you?
I think the main thing is I just focus so much on His provision, that it's out of our control. And I always want to share that with people. When there's times of worry or fear or concern, we don't necessarily know where our next paycheck is going to come from, particularly when you're at home not working, right? And the media and all the fear that's being presented on TV. And I always just want to just relate back to God. He's in control. He is providing for us. And I think that's the biggest thing. Maybe it's not a takeaway, it's just a refresher. It's just a reminder through it all of that message. And I keep that with me all the time. I like to share that with people.